Hello, we are live. This is Heidi Hörnlein and this is Mark Davenport, and we are in Otricoli in Umbria in Italy, and we have the last trees to pick for the olives. He is doing one by one, you see. Can you imagine how it is? I mean, there's another method I can show you when you have sort of, so many in your hand, and you just strip them off and then they fall in the net. You strip them off like milking, and they fall in the net. We see, this is a tree, a young tree, which has quite a little bit, you see here. And it is called Oliva Bianca, the white olives. As you see, many of the olives are still green, and there are others, like here, it's blue. But this is the type of olives. And they don't need to be blue like this one here. They can be still green. And there's some red color here. I don't know if you can see that. It's sort of reddish color, and they're all fine. They're all done. I mean, it's October. It's exactly 27th of October. That's where we normally start to pick the olives. Last year we didn't have any. So this year everybody picks early, and we didn't even get an appointment in the oil mill. We wanted to go there tomorrow, but we cannot go there before Saturday. And every day the olives are picked and stay in their cases. That's not so good. It's a little bit diminishing the quality of the oil. But imagine, we are picking this now by hand. So we are touching every little olive, and a kilo of olives are, how many olives will there be in a kilo? No, not thousands, but there are. This is Mark picking. And
feels like thousands.
Feels like thousands. And over there is our house. It looks far away, and the front is a sort of, what is ripostiglio, where we keep a wood shed, and where we keep stuff. And underneath there were the stables when I had chicken and rabbits. I don't have them anymore. And in the further end, it's our house. And look, it's not a very nice day here, but this is the valley down where the river is. The river is a little bit behind the trees, so we cannot see it from this position, only from the other side of the house. And here are all the olive trees. It's against the sun, so probably you won't see so much. And
that's
here,
just the ones on this side of the hill.
This is just the ones on this side of the hill. As I said, this is Oliva Bianca, the white olives. They are done also, some are blue and some are green. Go around this tree. This is a very full tree. This year we didn't have really much. Last year we hadn't any. There was something around in the air or whatever. It's not only us. Whole Middle Italy, they didn't have any olives. And here we have another tree to pick today. And here is the gravestone of our beloved Tom, the cat who died last year. There's another one who died some days ago, but he has a different place. And this is another olive tree we need to do, and there's a little one. And up there is the field. Yesterday it was plowed and prepared, and there will be growing grass, special grass, alfalfa grass, for feeding animals. Not mine anymore, because I don't even have sheep anymore. It was up there. It was the sheep stable. Let's see if we can go and show you. Up there you see this blue and brown things. These are our water tanks, because we don't have water from the commune. We have our own spring and well, we have two. One is right up there, in front of the water tanks, about 20 meters deep, and we have to pump it up, the water. And there is in the wood behind it, it's going down, and there is a natural spring where we collect it in a big tank, and then when we need it, we pump it up. In summer, we really need a lot of water. And when you don't have much water, when I came here, we didn't have almost any water, and you really realize how often you waste water. So we became very very conscious about that. So let's go back to the olives. There is Doggy, Lucky Fortunata. Fortunata because she is, how do you say, lucky, yeah? We found her, or she found us, when we went for a walk in Rome. And she followed us. She was very young, only about 3 or 4 months. Somebody has thrown her out of the car, I guess. And now she's here, and she found a bone today. When the animals can go freely around, they find all the things people throw away, and sometimes they throw away, things they shouldn't throw away. So let's go back to the olives. I can show you again how they are picked. You don't see so much. Let me get a bigger bunch of olives, maybe this here. There are several there together. When the flowers come up, they are so little. This is in this the what?
Wind flowers.
The wind flowers.
Yes, they're pollinated by wind.
Yeah, okay. But I wanted to say that it's a little stem like this and has very near all these little flowers. They are like little white stars in May. And then this is all growing out, and then at the end you have here all the olives. It's about 600-700% growth, even more. So I begin here on top, and then I just, and the olives fall down on the floor. I mean, not on the floor, in the net. And when we are lucky, there is no hole in the net, because afterwards we will bring them together. You see, I just do that.
Gather them up and dump them into buckets.
Yeah, I hope you can hear Mark. He is on the other side of the tree. And this one is satisfying because it has a lot on. Some trees have really a little on. And then you go there and pick every little thing, tuck, and you have it in a bucket. So if you think how much you pay for olive oil, and you can imagine this is not a very profitable job. We are doing it just for love, because it's lovely to touch these olives, It's really
of Heidi, or for love of olives?
For love of, you do it for love of me, and I do it for the love of olives. I'm here for almost 30 years, and I did it every year. And I had these big trees. These are young trees, but I had very big trees. And as we are getting older now, in the time of 3 years, I cut them down. So now we were able to collect them all from the floor instead of going up high on the ladders, which I did still 5 years ago or so. But I don't like it anymore. So this is then why they don't produce so much anymore, because now we have only the first layer, the first first story to pick, and on top is nothing, only it is very going up. These olives, they want to grow up. This was all empty in spring. We have to cut them every year. These are, this one, these here, all the ones who go up, they grew now in about the last 6 or 7 months. I could reach everywhere, and now I'm up with the camera, really, up, and still they go higher. So in spring, winter and spring, they have to be trimmed. And this is also a lot of work, and if you needed to pay somebody to do that, a liter of oil would cost you about $30-40. And as it isn't so, you can imagine that the oil you buy is not done in this way, but with machines, or even, from here in Italy, they get the olives from Morocco and Tunisia, where people work for nothing.
And they sometimes mix olive oil with other oils.
Oh yeah, and they mix olive oils with other oils. And you can see that, because if you put olive oil in the fridge, then it gets sort of hard and forms little balls. And if your olive oil doesn't have the little balls, that means it is not pure olive oil. This is one thing. But you know, there's also olive oil. You know, extra virgin. You say extra virgin is good, but extra virgin means only the first pressure of the olives. Pressing, yeah. And you know, it's not said how it is done. We are doing cold pressing, so from about 100 kilos of oil, we get about of olives. 100 kilos of olives make about 12 kilos of oil. And this time we will have about 200 kilos of olives, so we will have about 25 liters of oil. And we have worked a whole week in at least 3 or 4 hours a day.
8 gallons.
Mark is translating into American sizes and measures, 8 gallons. Oh, look here, he has already picked everything. Nothing on. Okay, and now I have to work a little bit. Anyway, when you buy olive oil, be aware that who is picking them has a lot of work, a lot of love for it, and they don't do it for getting a lot of money. But
6 gallons, not 8, sorry.
Okay, 6 gallons. And you know, buy the expensive one where you know where it comes from. And don't think that extra virgin is a guarantee for good oil. It means only first pressing, and it doesn't say if they do additives or if it is hot pressed. It doesn't say. When they put additives, chemicals in, they have a much, much, much bigger outcome. So of 100 kilos, there will come out about 30, 40, you know. And we, as we do it manually, we have only from 100 kilos about 12. When we are very lucky, we are 14. So, just to let you know how reality is, and that you appreciate when you get real hand-picked Italian olive oil. Okay, bye-bye. We are here, Heidi and Mark, in Paradiso Integrale in Umbria in Italy, and you find us on Google Plus under Paradiso Integrale.
Buon appetito!
Buon appetito! Bye-bye!